Oh, they can see us, honey. They can.
Huh?
No, I did a new link. I had
Okay.
to. It's
Never
a
mind.
whole
I'm
new.
shutting up. I'm shutting up.
Lots of heavy sighing.
He's his father.
No. All right. We just need to get Ellen in here now. Work. Yay! There, I see us on the live page now. Woo!
I'm totally not eating dinner while we're talking. Nope.
You're fine.
Neither am I, mostly because I still have to cook it.
All right. Get Ellen in here and we will get started.
We're just having chicken with pasta, that's all.
There we go.
Yay!
All right. And I already tested it. The chat room can see us, so we're good.
Go ahead and let the room know.
All right. I believe this is McCullough's Monkey Show.
Hello.
All right.
Yeah.
Can we start this thing?
Ross.
Oh.
Hi.
Absolutely.
Time to
Hi.
mute myself then, huh?
Yes.
Hi to you, my wine that matches my lipstick.
Yeah, you gotta mute the live page.
Oh, crap.
Because I can
Which
hear
one's
me.
the live page?
Let me double check that I've got the right link in there.
Okay,
Sorry,
I don't
one of
have...
your tabs is out of control.
Working.
So, Sai, evidently you started a trend for me when it comes to DIY weddings. I thought getting
Oh,
married
great.
I remember hearing this.
I know.
early,
Okay, I don't have the videos playing, so it's not me.
making one of the main dishes for the reception.
Oh, it's Ellen. I think one of your pages is broadcasting.
Oh. And that's the entire menu.
Okay. Are we
There
good?
we go.
All right.
Oh, wait,
Count.
left.
Yeah, she'll be back.
Oh.
She closed the whole browser instead of the.
Oh!
Oh my gosh. Okay, so
No, hang on. Wait for Ellen to come back.
there she
There
is.
we go. All right.
All right.
Are we good?
I sincerely hope so.
All right. Count us down before anything else goes wrong.
Alright, I'm muting myself now.
And ask when they can actually hear us go live. Starting in 3, 2, 1. On this episode of the AIE podcast,
We're not pod fading.
the AIE community has been very, very busy.
We have new officers.
Suckers. Many Bothams died to give you this anniversary.
And we have Cyrene and Ellen here to talk about AIE's upcoming anniversary in WoW.
All that and more coming up now.
Bringing you the latest news from the AIE gaming community from planet Earth and beyond. This is the AIE Podcast.
Welcome to episode 247 of the podcast celebrating the Alia Acta Est gaming community. I'm Makala, and right over there, we have Tetsumi.
Must get all the oil rigs.
Eludra is off hibernating in all this cold and wet weather we've been having, and she'll be back shortly. This week, we're joined by our very special guests, Cyrene and Ellen, who are here to talk to us about the AIE Guild anniversary in World of Warcraft. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Hello!
Thank you much for joining us tonight. Before we get started, guys, I want to know, what have you two been up to in WoW or any other games? Sai?
Well, I'm on 2 raid teams now. Yay.
Crazy.
I know. DOA with Ellen, she's my co-raid leader, but we're like that close to an Archie kill, so we're all super stoked.
Super excited.
I know. And then my heroic raid team, Better Late Than Never, we are 12 of 13 on heroic, so we're just working on Archie, so pretty excited about that too.
Nice. Very good. Anything else you've been up to out of game?
You mean other than the fun stuff that we're going to talk about later?
Yes.
That's pretty much it, I think.
Cool. All right, Ellen, and by the way, congratulations for accepting the offer that you couldn't refuse.
Thank you so much.
For joining us in Sandy, that's offership. Offership, wow.
Woo!
I should have more wine. Yes. So, Ellen, what have you been up to in game?
Well, I have 2 raid teams as well. DOA, of course, with Cyrene. And then I have my heroic raid team called BRA, which is Battle Res Available.
Nice.
And we are a relatively new heroic team, and we are plugging away, making headway, trying to get all the ground cleared, the ground level, and working our way up.
Great. So I know you're kind of crazy around a lot of raid teams, and you're very active in the AIE Guild. Anything else you've been up to?
Oh, just, working my tail off in my real life job, which takes away from my WoW time. I hate
Definitely.
it. But that's about it.
All right, so Ted, I know it's been a while since, we've talked to our lovely podcast people, so what have you been up to in and out of game?
There we go. Sorry, couldn't find the unmute button. All the things. Mainly, I got 10 of my alts to 100. They all have their, level 3 garrison, as you do.
Wow.
Working on getting them all
Crazy.
their level 3 shipyards. I've got 3 or 4 left on that. Just basically save up enough oil from the garrison missions, go run a treasure mission. Once you get 25 of those, you're good. So, other than that, upgraded all my heirlooms to level 100 because I got bored. So now if I ever want to level something again, I can take the heirlooms all the way to 100. Just keeping busy, mainly waiting for some, waiting really for the pre-launch event whenever that's going to come out. I know it's probably going to be a couple months, so just keeping myself busy and raiding. We actually got down 2 new bosses. We got what was it? We got Fell Lord Zakun down. That was the last pull of the night. We hadn't studied the strategy on him or anything. We just kind of said, well, let's pull him so we're ready for Sunday and see what happens, and ended up killing him. We're like, that was easier than we thought.
Those are the best kills.
Yeah, we had been working on Tyrant Valhari the last raid session. We finally got her down after 2. We got her down after 2 pulls this time, and then it was nearing the end of our raid time because we raid for about 2 hours and we had 10 minutes left, and we'd gotten through all the trash, and we said, let's go pull Zakun. What's the worst that can happen? We wipe. That's what you do in raiding. And ended up, I think 2 of the healers, I think it was Zod and 1 other healer, and all the mages and 1 warlock was still left standing, and all the tanks and all the melee were dead. But yeah, it was fun. So that's what I've been up to. What have you been up to, McCullough?
Not playing much WoW. I think I tend to, anything. I think I tend to get kind of so bogged down by the holidays that January I'm kind of just in, I need to slowly get back into string of everything. And, of course, the holidays around our house are a little crazy. So this is like my first week, starting today, that I'm getting back into the swing of things. Finally doing a podcast again. Very excited about that. Hopefully raiding tonight unless I pass out. Our goddaughter is getting married in March. I'm sorry, April, technically. Beginning of March, or end of March, beginning of April. So I've been pretty active with that because it's a geek wedding, and who else do you have help you with everything but your Aunt Heather, who loves all things geekery? So kind of super involved in that. About it. Like I said, hopefully getting back into WoW since we have some very special stuff going on very shortly, which we're going to have these two amazing ladies tell us about in just a while after we go over this week's news.
AIE News.
All right. For those of you that haven't heard, we are testing out a new out-of-game chat client. It goes by the name of Rocket Chat, and the URL for it is aie.community. You use your Umami name, all lowercase, and your password, or your Umami email and password, and help us test this outside the game chat. There's more information available on the forum, but we're trying to make it a thing and see if we can recreate Greenwall outside the game. And in our community games, Diablo 3 just released Season 5. You can earn your 6-piece class armor set instead of having to try and get lucky and farm it. And then you can take on the armor set dungeon challenges. Can you drop a meteor on every single mob in the dungeon before you kill it? You know you can. Great write-up and video over at Diablo Fans. We also have, in Diablo 3, we have several active clans and an Alia Iacta Est community. Just look for us on there and put in a request and we can get you invited into the community. There's also a Nomad thread in the forums about their latest roam into Diablo 3, and they have a clan themselves. Also, if you're looking for a new game, Blade and Soul, the North American release, is garnering some discussion on the forums as well. And in real-life meetups, join Lotwook for the Con in Connecticut for the weekend of March 18th through the 20th. There's a strong focus on role-playing games, board games, and miniatures. If enough folks are interested, he will organize a meetup. If you are interested, please let Lotwook know on the forums, and more information can be found at www.concon.com.
Also, not in the show notes, but there already is some buzz in the Nerdtacular section of the forums for 2017 to maybe organize some large amounts of gaming. So take a look there on those forums and see if something you're interested in. Tabletop gaming, D&D, RPG, stuff like that. And in World of Warcraft news, well, welcome to our newest AIE officers. Suckers. We have the Alanya, who is at Ben the Mage on Twitter, our own amazing Ellen, who is at Ellen_. Just underscore?
Just underscore.
Okay. Nasri, who is at Naz AIE Lock, and Celtic Goddess, who is at Celtic Goddess 09. Congratulations, guys. We really appreciate you having you here, and welcome to the machine.
Thank you.
Legion Alpha is back, and they've had their first successful raid boss test on Friday. For those lucky enough to have the invite, let us know how it's going, but please don't spoil the storyline or lore, please. And our AIE anniversary is coming up, and we'll be digging into that shortly after the rest of the game news.
All right, and in EVE, the folks in EVE are busy doing interviews for all the candidates for the Council of Stellar Management. It's an elected body of players to help drive the direction of EVE, among other redacted things. I see the secret world is sneaking into EVE. Keep up to date with all the AIE shenanigans in EVE, as well as EVE news in the Cap Stable podcast. And we'll have a link in the show notes.
Speaking of anniversaries, many Dothans... Wow. Speaking of anniversaries, many Bothan spies died to bring you the rumors of an anniversary celebration soon to be announced. Please keep an eye on the forums as we're running short on Bothans. And episode 125, the Escape podcast, is now, and they discuss Star Wars, The Force Awakens, and lots of other game news that is SWTOR specific and AIE in SWTOR specific. And don't forget, always a mandatory Tuesday night mandatory fun nights. Keep up to to date on which side is running and what they'll be doing on the forums.
And in Star Trek Online, Star Trek is calling for all captains to take part in a post-war recovery event running from January 14th at 9 a.m. until January 28th. All captains who log in during this time frame will be able to contribute to the global efforts to rebuild the quadrant in the aftermath of the war against the Iconians. The level of contributions made by all captains will be matched by special reward events that will unlock for everyone the following week. For the first week, running from the 14th of January through the 21st, captains can aid recovery efforts by completing fleet projects and earning fleet credits. Based on the contributions made by all captains during this week, a bonus reputation mark week will be unlocked for the following week with a bonus of 25, 50, or 75% bonus rep.
And welcome to the newest officer in Final Fantasy XIV, Sashi. May all your Kokobos be awesome, and thank you for your commitment to the AIE Guild. And with that, let's get back to Sai and our new sucker, we mean Officer Ellen, and find out what's going on with the anniversary in World of Warcraft and AIE.
We are here to talk about WoW's Guild anniversary coming up on February 13th with all the fun things that we have planned to talk about and help us celebrate our wonderful guild. We are planning events from Friday, February 12th, all the way through Saturday, February 14th. So even if you have plans, so even if you have plans with your honey on Valentine's Day, you can still join us for some of the events.
I'm sorry.
Sunday.
Here's a few false.
Hey, we try.
And you've not had the benefit of mine.
Sunday. There you go.
That should be the title. Anyway, we have a schedule of events posted on the main forum thread with links to each event's post where they have all the information that you could possibly need, hopefully, about that event. We have something for everybody at all different times on different days, so our goal is to see as many guild members participating in at least one event that weekend as much as possible.
On Friday, we have a meet and greet hosted by Alanya and Nevermore in the Filthy Animal. Y'all remember that from Dalaran?
Mm-hmm.
Goes from 7 until 8 p.m. server. Come share stories, ask questions, laugh, have a good time, make jokes, fun stuff. Make sure that you have your AIE mumbles set up. You don't want to miss out on all the fun. The BRA raid team, which is my team, haha, we are doing an old school raid for pets and fun times. And you're going to love this. We will be running Karazhan and the Black Temple in celebration of the Legion coming out, yes. Here's the catch. This is a tabard-only event. The only weapons and gear allowed is what you can find while raiding. That includes melee. You guys are going to be fighting over those low-level greens and grays and blues just so you can have something to smack others in the face. It's going to be a riot, I've got to tell you. We'll be starting at Karazhan, and then we will be moving on to the Black Temple from there. You can take your gear that you get from Kara and take it into the Black Temple so that way you're not completely naked. But you won't be because you have to have your tabard on. That is a requirement.
It is a family-friendly guild.
It is. It is. So make sure you have plenty of bag space, and mumble will be required. That evening, I will be advertising in all of the appropriate channels. Feel free to whisper me and respond. We will get you invited, and we will have a blast. Lots of fun to be had, and pets to boot.
Just a note, guys, with Mumble, we do, of course, as you know, require it. If you're planning on taking in place in any of the events, go ahead and make sure that you're able to get into Mumble ahead of time, so that way the officers can help you troubleshoot any issues that we have before it's, a few minutes before the event. Now, what time is the Abra Raid event on? And that's on Friday, correct?
That is on Friday. We start at 8:30 server time.
Perfect. All right.
And just a point, I know tabards are only 80 silver, but if you do need an extra tabard for your current tune or for any of your alts, we have recently, forgot to put this in the show notes, converted the first bank tab of all the WoW guild tabs to the new called the Welcoming Committee tab or Welcome to AIE tab. There are 16 slot bags, there's a tabard, and there's some low-level crafting mats if you're just starting out. So feel free to grab a tabard out of there. We'll keep them stocked.
I need to correct that minute, honey. You were roboting hard.
Sorry, let me fix that while you guys keep talking.
No problem.
Sorry?
Oh, we're supposed to keep talking.
It's your turn.
We're gonna edit this out, right? On Saturday, we have some fun stuff coming up, including one super awesome, super special event planned. And this is super awesome because, you know. But anyway, we're joining up with some fellow friends of ours, the guildmates from Convert to Raid. You may have heard their podcast.
Yay!
A little bit. But we're going to do a running of the beef. If you don't know what that is, it's where we create a level 1 tune of whatever we decide that it has to be, and we go running all over Azeroth and get into lots of shenanigans. This time we are actually going to create Alliance Gnomes on Airy Peak, which is the server that Convert to Raid is on. So with the help of Convert to Raid, and they're going to play our bodyguards with some fun times. We're gonna make an attempt to kill Vol'jin. Yep, that's right. You heard me. Gnomes killing Vol'jin. It should be a blast. Much death to ensue, but we figured, the smallest race fighting the biggest race. It should be epically hilarious.
It should be hilarious. Yep.
Sounds like a good time.
For a good time. No. Also, on Saturday, Nevermore and Alanya are hosting one of their trivia events. This time it's all about Star Wars, the original trilogy.
Oh,
I know.
Dang it! I actually have plans right then.
I
I'm gonna
have
need to
to.
make sure they come over for dinner. Sometimes we can do that in person.
It's going to be at 4 p.m. server time in Undercity. And if you haven't tried it yet, it's actually a lot of fun. They've done this a couple times before. Usually they take Trivial Pursuit, and instead of having the tokens, because not everybody has tokens, they set up raid markers in the colors of the tokens, and then people just move from raid marker to raid marker. So it comes out really well, and it's a lot of fun. So
Yeah, they
Awesome.
have a lot of fun with it.
That sounds great, and they are both really kind of awesome and gregarious people to be hang around with. So it's going to be a good time. And Alanya has Star Wars knowledge for days.
well, he doesn't get to participate because he's hosting it, right?
Right, but he's going to probably throw some questions out that aren't that will throw you off guard, which I approve of.
Awesome. Okay, well, to end the night, this is on our anniversary night. Okay,
So Valentine's Day?
on Valentine's Day, we
Oh, that's
shall
13.
Coop! Grimcow is
Coop!
taking us on a bear run. If you don't have fun
Yay.
yet, be early. It is first come to the bear raid, first grouped. Of course, if you already have it, we could always use support teams because bodyguards are cool and stuff. We are going to love the Alliance to death. We're going to meet up.
Yay!
I know. We're going to meet up at the Goblin Death Blimp at 8 p.m. server time. And like I said, if you need the bear, come early.
There is no pre-signing up for Coop. You show
Never.
up and you get into the raid. So
And if anybody has ever gone on a coop run and not been in that primary group that gets the kill for that bear, and you kind of feel discouraged because you didn't get there on time, come anyway. It is so much fun. Even as support, it is some of the best fun in the game.
It really is. Coop is amazing. And it's one of the best ways that our guild likes to pull together and just kind of show who's boss.
Exactly.
and yeah, I mean it's nice to be level 100, but if you're lower than that, they'll take you anyway. Just be prepared to die a lot.
And do some
A
corpse
lot.
runs, but it is a blast.
Oh, yes.
And it's family friendly. We have our favorite little 9-year-old that goes too. He's a blast too. If you ever hear him talking on Mumble, so
I am good friends with his raid leader, and they have a no swearing in raid rule, and they have to pay him if they swear, and she's had to pay that young man a lot of gold.
That's awesome. It's like
It
our
is.
swear jar, Si.
Exactly.
I know.
Exactly.
Well, on Sunday, Nevermore and Alanya will be hosting a pet battle picnic where they will be helping people learn how to pet battle, trade some rare pets, and lots of fun things. No tournament this time, but it'll still be lots of fun. It's going to be at Carnum's Glade in Dustless at 6 p.m. server time. If you want to know anything, and I do mean anything, about pet battling, this would be the time and the event to come to. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, of course.
Most
Not that
definitely.
Alanya would know anything about pets.
Never
No.
listen to him or Ludra about pets. They know nothing. They don't have a podcast. They're not the Petsperts. Anything like that.
No, never. Well, we also have some other events that are in the works. Some people have thought about doing some stuff, and it's not on the forums yet because it's not official. But there's talks about doing a transmog contest, and
Ooh.
there's also talks. Somebody sent me a message on the forums about doing like a Where's Waldo of WoW,
Oh,
where they
fun.
give you a bunch of clues, and there's a dead body somewhere, and you have to find it. So
Oh, cool.
Is the dead body a gnome? Maybe OMF as a gnome? Because that would be fun.
That would be fun.
I don't think it was OMF, but it would be pretty hilarious.
That would be.
It would.
He's going to kill me for
So-
that.
Probably kill me.
Right?
So make sure to keep your eyes on the forums for updates on current events and information on when new events get added. There's a main post that has a running schedule, and then we have other posts with other details. So keep your eye out on that. Twitter has been going bananas with all this stuff and everything else, so just kind of keep an eye on it and
Yeah, and
get the
and to get-
information.
And to get additional information, by the way, we do have a AIE-centric Twitter handle, AIE_guild, I believe, is the Twitter handle, and it's a great source for information, especially
Actually,
it's AIE Guild.
no, it's AIE_WoW for the WoW stuff.
Oi, sorry.
No, it's okay. We're still working on the other thing, so.
Whatever you do, just hashtag AIE Guild. There you go.
Perfect.
Yeah, just do a search for the hashtag. That's the best way.
So, to cap off the weekend, since we didn't have a craft fair in the fall, we're doing a raffle. But this one is completely free. There is no
free?
sending money in. Free, 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 free.
How do we do that?
Well,
Magic.
what's gonna happen? Yeah, magic. No. What's gonna happen is that the people that are hosting events this weekend are gonna keep track of who showed up, and every time that you show up to an event, you get your name in on a ticket for the raffle. So if you go to 5 events, you get 5 tickets. If you go to 1, you get 1. But the more
Perfect.
events that you're able to come to, the more chances you get to win. Yay!
So you
And-
can't
Awesome.
win if you don't show up to an event. That's great.
Yeah. So, but you don't have to be present to win when we do the rolling off and everything. So, if it's Sunday night and you're like, no, I have to work and I can't be there, well, that's fine. We'll send it to you in the mail, and you don't have to worry about being present to win. But we have mounts. Funny story. Okay, I won't tell you that I had gotten 4 minions of Grumpus mounts this past Christmas.
Yeah, I wouldn't tell anyone that. They might get mad at you.
Yes. It might be
Um,
your dead body we're finding.
Well, I kept 1. I've given 2 away to my besties, Ellen, sitting over there. And I have 1 left, so I'm actually donating it to the event. So
Oh,
if you
wow.
haven't gotten your minion, you have a chance at it. But we have some mounts, we have a bunch of pets, and I got people gave me the 300 plus XP percent potions.
The potions
I
of
got-
accelerated learning.
Yeah, I got the 1,000 the medallions for rep if you haven't gotten flying and Draenor yet. So all kinds of fun stuff. But
Those rep medallions sell for a lot of gold. To get one, and because you really need it in order to get your flying, it's totally worth it.
Yeah,
I think
and
I got like 8 of
Go
them
ahead.
right now or something.
Yeah,
don't
what you need to do is wait till you get to the Dark Moon Fair weekend and go ride the carousel before you use it, because it'll give you a boost above and beyond just the medallion. It'll help boost the medallion as well.
Awesome. Good tip.
Awesome. Okay, so anything else that we need to go over? Or are we good to wrap it up so you guys can get back to raid?
I think that's about it. Can you think of anything else that's going on that weekend?
Oh, that's about it. Just make sure that you stay tuned to the forums because, they're always adding events and there might be something that fits your niche.
Oh, definitely. I know we're working on stuff all the time. It's one of our, it's not as big as our Summer of Love, but definitely something we want to honor and celebrate. Because, we've been doing this for a while. Is it 9 years now? Or is it our 10th?
2007 to now,
So
so
be our 9th.
ninth.
Awesome. Oh, yes, because we're coming up on we're skipping the 9th Intertacular to get to the 10th. Got it. So 9th anniversary, come join us. A lot of us are part of this community because of the game, World of Warcraft. So come join us, have a good time.
And if you have any ideas of hosting an event that weekend, or if there's anything that you want to do to help out, please let us know. Get a hold of me or any of the other officers and let us know. There's plenty of, quote, time spaces left over for the weekend if you want to slide an event in. But the more fun stuff we can do, the better that it's going to be for everybody, the more fun we're going to have.
Perfect.
Absolutely.
All right, so that's our show for tonight. Guys, thank you so much for joining us in chat room. Thank you. You've been utterly amazing this evening, and we appreciate you so much. As you guys begin suggesting show titles, we want to thank Cy and Ellen for joining us with all the information about the AIE anniversary in WoW. Ladies, how can we find you?
You can find me at Cyrene, AIE, on Twitter or on the forums or about any other way, shape, or form that has the word Cyrene in it.
And also often the AIE Officer channel. And Ellen, where can we find you?
You can find me at Ellen_ on Twitter. You can also find me on the forums, and you can find me in-game because, I raid a lot.
You do.
And you can probably find me in AIE LFO.
Awesome.
Awesome. All right. If you have a question or comment about our show, you can email us at podcast@aie-guild.org. You can also follow us on Twitter. The show is at AIE Podcast. Aludra is at Aludra_AIE. Tetsemi, that's me, is at Ivory Tiger. And Makala, that's her, is at Cyberwave. We record live with video every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. You can join the chat room and play along with us on our website, theaiepodcast.com. Our theme was composed by the amazing Andrew Allen. Follow him at Keys with Soul or visit his website, keyswithsoul.com.
And now it's time to play all the great AIE member segments we received this week, including Alt-itis from Mew-Cow and Overly Dramatic News from Hunts the Win. And remember, guys, we're always looking for new segments. If you have an idea, go ahead and record it and shoot it out to us, and we'll see. We really do love our community, and you guys are so amazing and creative. And next week, actually in 2 weeks, pardon me, we're back on our regular schedule. We'll be talking to Abivan about AIE in Final Fantasy XIV, and that's with the Chocobos and not the Cocobos. So until then, AIE, this is Makala.
This is Tetsemi.
And this has been the AIE Podcast.
Yay!
Yay!
I knew we were going to get one robot in there, so...
Robot.
I'll go in and
Robot
edit
arms. Ooh, there we go. Anniversary words are hard.
that. Thanks, Sybil.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
How did I booby trap you?
Because you typed in Kokobo.
You're right. I spelled it wrong. I admitted that.
Right.
Alright, that wasn't too bad for being rusty and not recording in, 2 months? Seems like 2 months?
Well, it's almost 2 months, yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was crazy. All right. As I see a lack of titles, I think we will go with Sybil's anniversary words are hard.
Well, let's give it one more. Yes, I said booby. I say things like that. Oh, also, Tet,
Yes.
your daughter uttered the F word today.
Oh no.
She said frog pants?
Yes, darling, she said frog pants.
All right.
And I told her, show title 2, Find the Dead Bodies. I did tell her there is nothing like a well-timed F word. However, she needs to not.
This is true. Yeah, when your 13-year-old drops the F-bomb, there's an issue. Good parenting there.
And then I called her the daughter of the character that was known for dropping the F-bomb. She's like, I'm not
Yeah.
her. I'm like, no, it's fine, honey. You would totally be a changeling warlock. You know this.
Yeah.
I won't tell you my bad parenting.
Oh, no. The bad parenting was letting her witness the Cards Against Humanity game on New Year's.
We weren't that against humanity. No. All right. Well, let's wrap it up.
All right.
Thank you, chat room.
So-
You guys have been great.
Guys, our show title options are Anniversary Words Are Hard and Find the Dead Body. What do you guys think?
Words are hard.
Anniversary
Words are
words are
hard.
hard
Words
because
are
they were
hard.
difficult today.
Yeah. Words are hard to spell. Anyway.
If you're Tetsemi. No, because I swoopard fading. I'm like, that's
Fading.
fatting. So I had to go
We had
Google
a
it.
5-minute debate over how to spell the word fading.
You couldn't just let your spell check fix it?
No, but it was right.
Well, because fatting and fading both spell check correctly. It's the context, and so she finally just Googled it and went, "Huh, you're right. Okay." All right, I'm gonna kill the chat room. Bye, chat room.
Bye, chat
We
room.
have another one. Bear Raid reveals all. Bare. Sybil's on fire tonight.
I know. Man.
She was playing a video game. She's like, fuck. I'm like, what was that?
Nice. All right.
So was